We'll get to our next game at Saturday. This is the night game. It is the Packers who will head into Levi Stadium, take on the San Francisco 49ers, who are 9.5 point favorites at home.
Another 9.5.
What's up with the 9.5s all over,
They're
man?
they're being bold, man. They want
The
you to feel nervous about your bet either way.
yeah, the two Saturday games are both at 9.5. I don't know what Vegas is thinking. I guess they've got the two number one seeds that are playing on Saturday. I kind of understand this one a little bit more than I understand the Texans game. But 9.5 with the way that the Packers played last week is still a little iffy on me. Um, this defense is shown to be a lot better than anybody has given them credit for this year so far. They've got some really strong defensive backs, and the D line has been able to at least hold up their end of the deal with getting in some pressure on the quarterbacks to at least mitigate some of the damage.
Do you think that the Packers defensive line will be able to hold up against Christian McCaffrey and that rushing attack that the Niners are going to bring out? Because they're going to be going to that all day long, and
I
Kyle
don't.
Shanahan is amazing with the run game.
Yeah, for me, I think this one's a pretty easy pick in my mind. I don't know if there's really a whole lot that I need to talk about in this game. Tybo and I have covered extensively how much we do not believe in Jordan Love, and Matt LaFleur has shown that he's a pretty good offensive minded coach. Definitely on the upper, I'd say in the upper quarter of the league when it comes to offensive play callers. But they're handicapped by a quarterback with a weak and injured offensive line and aging running back, and a defense that's gotten pretty lucky in the division that they get to play in. Um, Overall, I don't think that there's any part of this defense that can really stifle the 49ers offense, who's had a week and a half to prepare.
It's going to be a great matchup. Do you think also, though, that the Packers may have just ran Aaron Jones a little bit too much last week against the Cowboys? That dude is an old man now. He's not as young as he used to be.
He's,
Does he still have some juice going into this week?
guys, Aaron Jones is not that old.
He's the only thing they have right now, man.
Is AJ Dillon not? He's injured.
I don't think he's not injured. I just think he's been demoted. He started off this year as their second string back, and he's ended up as at least their third on the depth chart.
Well, look,
Also, for a running back, Tybo Aaron Jones is old. He's 29.
he's not. All right, that's fine.
Uh,
He's not
not
that old.
not for age, just for the running back.
Anyways, don't like Jordan Love. We know that. I love the Packers' weapons. Dontavian Wicks at the bottom of the wide receiver depth chart, out there making a name for himself. He's having to compete with Jaden Reed, Romeo Dobbs, and Christian Watson. I don't even know who the hell is their tight end, but it doesn't matter. Those four guys right there make up a hell of a wide receiver room. And it doesn't matter what type of player they got at the damn quarterback position because they can get open. And LaFleur has got so many things to work with. He can scheme certain things. But we all know if the Packers come out and win this game, it's going to be a shock. It's going to be a surprise. The Niners are going to have to come out flat. They're going to have to, not take this game seriously. And I just have a hard time believing that. This team's got to be hungry from what happened last year, the whole quarterback debacle and the injuries. And guys saying if we had a quarterback, we would have won that game against the Eagles. I just don't believe the 49ers are going to come out flat. But talked up the Packers a little bit. Do I think they can cover this spread? Absolutely. 9.5 is large for the team that just demolished the number 2 seed. They never looked like they were going to lose that game. So I can't count the Packers out, but I mean it's just a tall task. The Niners are
They're
built
not the
really well.
Cowboys.
Right. And you talk about LaFleur being a good gameplay caller, look at Kyle Shanahan. Look at his track record, dude. He has to work with Brock Purdy. So the Niners lose this game if they think the Packers are a joke, but I just have a hard time believing they're going to come out flat.
I think the relationship that Kyle Shanahan and Matt LaFleur share as friends, being on the same coaching staff in Washington, they still have that rivalry no matter what. So they're going to bring the fire for their teams. It's whether or not the teams will actually back up their coach's fire and want to play and go to the next round.
I'll say this and kind of leave it at it because I don't think there's much more to say, but this 49ers team got it handed to them at the end of the regular season by the Ravens. Handed 33-19. The defense was all over the place. There was no cohesion.
One bad week for Ty Bob, and that means you're just like shit. You don't amount to anything in the NFL, dude. Like you can't have one bad game all season, or else you're dog shit.
You don't even know where I'm going with this.
I don't care, dude.
They got it handed to them.
You're pissing me off.
Nothing looked good. They didn't like that feeling, and they don't want that to happen again. No matter how good Matt LaFleur is at game planning, calling plays, scheming up whatever he needs to for his first year starting quarterback, Jordan Love, the Niners will not be feeling that in the NFC again this season, the way they were beat by the Ravens. That defense is looking to hammer every single person that's in front of them and drive them into the dirt.
And for some reason, Nick Bosa has a little extra motivation, but we won't talk about that. Go on.
That's all I got.
All right, let's pick it.
I guess it's time to pick them. You said
49ers at home,
again.
9.5-point favorites.
My goodness, my gracious. I'm going to have to go and go with the Niners as 9.5-point favorites.
Ew.
I'm also, like I just said, I think the defense is dropping the hammer. 9.5 isn't enough. Hammer it down. Take the Niners.
This is where it comes. This is what it all comes down to. I have to pick this. I have to make this pick. It's the Packers. Packers are going to cover. Go Pack, go.
Pack, go. I'm excited for that. I'm
home, but don't lose by 9 points.
I think I'm gonna throw a little parlay down this evening. I turned 5 into 50. Ooh. I turned 5 into 50 this past week with a nice little same game parlay on the Chiefs game.
So you're saying we're taking it to the bank this week, huh?
Yeah.
Ew.
Take my picks. Take my spread picks to the bank.